Hi, Taurus. Getting into these readings has been so hard, so unexpectedly hard for me this month, and I couldn't quite figure out why. But I ended up giving myself a big fucking break. And when I gave myself a break, spirit flowed, and I wrote something that you need to hear. But first and foremost, happy birthday, bitch! Ah! Woo! Aging like fine wine in this hoe. I see you. I see you. Okay. Let's get to what I wrote. me. Taurus. I believe that every sign is a reaction to the one before it. I find it interesting that the first sign of the zodiac is represented by a horned animal, the ram. And the second, you, the bull. I believe that in your ascension from Aries origin energy, you took one horn from Aries, which is the essence of the self, and your other horn was given to you by Venus, the planet of love and attraction. This other horn she blessed you with gives you a beauty, magnetism, and an adaptability where you can coerce yet people please like no one else. It's given you the ability to adapt in any situation, the adaptability that you're famous for, the adaptability that can also be mistaken as chameleon-esque. Y'all know how people be like, oh, Tauruses are fake and y'all be changing, blah, blah, blah. I'm just adaptable, ho. Excuse me. Um, Venus has made it through every sign and is starting a new cycle in Aries. You have traversed the trials of every sign and have made it now all the way back to yourself. Aries, I am. Now with Venus being in Aries, what are you going to do with all this experiential wisdom? What are you going to do with those horns now? Like most Taurus suns, I am so hard on myself. Mars in Capricorn, Mars exalted in Capricorn. My sun is at 25 degrees Aries, so I'm damn near a Taurus. And I just couldn't do the reading because I couldn't be it. I couldn't be in it. I couldn't access the frequency for some reason. I couldn't access the frequency of the energy that I needed, of the information that I needed in order to give you the reading that you needed, or to do the reading in general. So I did everything but the reading for weeks and let the guilt and shitty self-talk eat me up. I just couldn't do this reading until I gave myself permission to do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing but be unapologetically myself without the force of the ram and the bull running behind me, pushing me to operate at maximum capacity. Imagine being chased by a bull and a ram constantly. In my case, I've got the goat as well, Mars in Capricorn, charging me too, charging at me too. You know, it feels like I have a ram, a bull, and a goat all like chasing me and pushing me forward. And if I don't run at full speed, full maximum capacity, then I'm fucking dead, which is an illusion. And now that Neptune has moved into Aries, there is a breaking of illusions. So I gave myself a whole day to do whatever I wanted, which isn't abnormal. But this day would be one without the shame of not being productive and without the shame and guilt of not operating at my maximum capacity. I slept until my body naturally woke up. Hold on. Where are we going with this? Okay. I slept until my body naturally woke up. I ate everything I wanted to eat. I said no when I wanted to. I was quiet when I didn't want to respond. I moved my body when I wanted to move it. I danced, I played, I did nothing for a while too. I can do whatever I want. I will do whatever I want. and I want to succeed on a higher level than ever now. So I'll do that. Where Aries likes to survive, Taurus dares to thrive. And where Aries likes to survive, I will dare to thrive because I can. That's Venus in Aries. Welcome to the new cycle of your life. Time to devote yourself to yourself. Your shadow's scorpionic obsession can now rest, knowing that they've been befriended. It's time for you to take charge of this new wave of holistic selfishness. Time for life to get Venus in Aries style self-oriented. The only way to do it is through your words. You will have to use your voice. Funny, because Taurus rules the throat. There was some life I had to live and a couple of podcasts I had to hear before I was ready to allow the growth I needed to be able to do this reading. And I just want to let you know I appreciate your patience with me. Let's get into it. Taurus, true as fuck to form, you are being hard-headed, stubborn as fuck about something. It took me a minute to realize, I don't know why I'm having all these realizations about fucking Taurus season and why I haven't been able to do the Taurus season readings. But I was able to identify a pattern. This isn't my energy. My energy wants to get shit done. My energy wants to like keep it pushing. But I have to channel y'all shit. And I realized I was outside smoking like my fourth fucking cigarette in a row. And I was just like, this isn't mine. This is their shit. Baby, what are you being stubborn about? There's something that you need to do, but you can't bring yourself to do it. There's something that you're having to push through, or that you can't, like, you feel like you don't have the tools for it. You don't feel like you have the energy for it, or whatever it is. And I feel like it's time to ask for help. Ask for someone to help you. Ask for an accountability partner. Ask for someone to, damn it, I didn't put this hair up and not the pieces I want. Ask for someone to collaborate with you, or whatever the thing is that you're putting off or that you can't like bring yourself to do. Ask for help. Who'da thunk? Who'da fucking thunk? What's up? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025, baby. Yes. Okay. So I had to just like get to the point where I was like, I don't care what comes out. I'm just doing this. This is my job. I have to do this. And so I don't know, whatever it is for you, this is a general reading, eat the meat, leave the bones. It's going to be different for everybody, but y'all being stubborn as fuck about something or hard-headed as fuck about something, and it's time to like get it done. I understand possibly why. Could be Venus retrograde in Pisces. Granted, she's exalted there, but that retrograde still made it just gotten y'all, like slowed you down in a way that you didn't want to be slowed down. But as of April 30th, she is starting a whole new cycle in Aries, and I feel like life will be like coming back into your body, and you're gonna be able to do the things. And not only do the things, I feel like you like hit it fucking running. You get everything done. So I'm telling you, it's coming. Just hold on and stop being stubborn. Ask for help if you need it. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Light it if you need it. Don't be lighting it just to light it. Nowadays, I don't know. I don't be lighting it just to light it anymore. Though, y'all know, those of y'all who've been around for a while understand. So, create a safe space. Welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. Baby, happy birthday to my Taurus sons. I hope you liked that intro and the writing that came. I'm going to put it in the description box so you guys can have it to read for yourselves. But yeah, hopefully I remember to do that. Anyway, I'm ready to dive in as we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2025. I'm so proud of myself for just like fucking overcoming this and just getting it done, like going in. These readings may be a little bit shorter. I had a feeling like y'all shit was going to come out all at once. All right. First card out, first thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is the relationship you're building with yourself. You are initiating a new relationship with your productivity, with the pace of your life. You're building a new relationship with passion. What's going on with your relationship to your passion, your relationship to spontaneity, your relationship to maybe this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placement person? Excuse me. There may be the initial start of a new relationship with someone else, but I actually feel like this is initial stages of a new relationship with yourself. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Your relationship to adventure and to your drive, your motivation, the way that you express your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. All of that stuff is coming up for reevaluation because your ruling planet Venus is starting a whole new cycle in Aries. And it's just time to get on with the get on. Be sure to check out that Taurus season astrology video that has all the important astrological dates that are in there. This makes sense. The new you is forcing you to look at this self-imposed mental prison that you've been keeping yourself in. I'm telling you, you're being stubborn about something, bullheaded about something. There is like a new force, a new energy, maybe a new friend, maybe a new relationship that's forcing you to look at, why are you keeping yourself stuck here in this way? Why do you keep thinking this thought? Why do you keep vacillating or circling in the same mental loop? What's going on? There may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements in your life that you are noticing this with too. I feel like you're noticing this within yourself, and it's going to help you to notice that behavior, that kind of that negative behavior within other people. Or there could be other people who are pointing out that looping in you. And so there's something here about this new cycle of who you are, this brand new energy that's coming in, that's forcing you to look at your mental habits. Mercury is coming into your sign too this season. Mercury comes on May 10th. And so there is some sort of aha moment that will be coming in around, damn, I really have been keeping myself stuck in this way. Or damn, I've been like glamorizing this energy in some sort of way, and it's not fucking working. That's the thing about the Eight of Swords. Like these binds on her are falling off. With some effort, break out that bitch, take the blindfold off, and keep it moving. And so there, and I just saw 707. And so there's something about a change in the realm of your mind that is being inspired by a change in your spirit, like the initiation of something. I feel like you're embodying a new fire. I mean, Venus and Aries. And that new fire is going to be, I feel like, making you sweeter. It's going to bring in new love offers. This is the initial stages of new feelings, the initial stages of possibly a new romantic or creative project or relationship. The initial stages of learning some kind of new healing modality. Some of you may be diving deeper into astrology, tarot, Reiki, massage, singing, dancing, playing, whatever that is, whatever it is for you. I feel like the center of the reading being the Page of Cups, it's like this discovery of emotions. But also, look at this. I feel like some of you have been stuck because you've been waiting on an apology, or you know that there's an apology that you need to give. an apology you need to give to a lover, an ex-lover, a parent, someone possibly with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. I also feel like this is very interesting, and you know who you are, so don't go ahead, don't like claim this if it's not you. But some of you wronged the wrong person, and some of you, whoever it is that you wronged, you they put a working on you, or they put a spell on you, or they put some kind of binding on you, but actually you bound yourself by fucking with the wrong person, and you did it knowingly. This is not, I'm telling you, don't say, oh my gosh, she told us I'm cursed. No, this is like you did something out of malice. This isn't all of you, so let this be for who it is. Some of y'all did some shit to somebody out of a place of malice, and they bound your ass up. And now the binding was allowed because of you behaving out of malice and you doing something that you know your ass shouldn't have done. You treating someone in a way that you know you shouldn't have treated them. This was in a romantic relationship. And I feel like the divine is letting this person get their lick back on you. Ooh, boop, boop. But when it's all said and done, you'll come out on top. You'll learn the lesson. You won't behave the way that you did before. You'll operate from a place of integrity. From I feel like you will overcome these obstacles, but you're going to have to sincerely apologize to somebody. And they may have blocked you. You may not be able to communicate or contact that person. But you still have to extend the apology, at least energetically. Some of you, the binding doesn't fall off until you message this person, reach out to this person, talk to this person, and speak your piece and right your wrong verbally. Taurus rules the throat. You're going to have to use your words, baby, to undo this binding. Please don't think that that's for everybody. That is for somebody specific. And whoever that was for, you know who the fuck you are, and you know what I'm talking about. So if don't be one of those like victim mindset kind of people who's like, oh my gosh, she said I'm cursed, and this person, I did some 11:11. No, there was just a reset. The divine is resetting this, and what was meant for bad will be made good. And so for those of you who did some fucked up shit, you behaved or participated in some fuckery, and you knew it was some fuckery. You did something, and okay, I'm gonna get off it. Thank you. It's the divine allowed the binding because they knew it would strengthen you and it would get you here. And that Nine of Swords energy, is the place where I feel like a regeneration of the mind can happen from the Eight of Swords to the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of people out here too. 3 of the 5 cards are court cards, and 2 of those are pages. So some of y'all keep fucking around with people who are much younger than you, and you're like, why is there nothing concrete in my life, or why is everything going so slow? And it's like, because you are entertaining nothing but children. Some of you are really like having to start over in life in some sort of way, and that's why these pages are out. It's like this brand new chapter in your relationship with yourself, so you're still raw and like almost like, you know, a kid again, in the realm of how to express your physical, spiritual, sexual energy, or you feel like a kid again in this new relationship. Some of you, like, you feel like a kid again, or you feel like a novice in some sort of way because you're starting something new. But I feel like as soon as you get your mind right, everything else follows suit. You'll start to trust in yourself again. You'll start to trust in your originality. You'll start to shoot your shot. You'll put yourself out there, and you will elevate quickly when you are willing to face yourself. You will go from the page to the king. That's a big jump. But mentally, it's just one step up. Mentally, going from the 8 to the 9, this is great. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. These don't look like great cards, but this is like the end of that binding, or the end of that feeling so fucking lost and stressed out and chaotic. I feel like the divine's giving you an opportunity to extract the data from your darkness. The divine's giving you an opportunity to really heal and grow and expand and let some shit go, by way of forcing you to sit down and be in your feelings. That's what that retrograde was about. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords reversed. I'm telling you, you guys are laying some shit from the past go, and you're finally doing it in like a very holistic way. Like, you're not taking this energy with you. The ways that you were wronged, the people that you wronged, the heartbreak, the disappointment that you have been carrying around, the grief some of you have been carrying around. I also just heard you are forgiven. Some of you, and this isn't just for that person who did something in malice, but it does include you. If some of you have been carrying around a burden of like, I fucked this up, I did this wrong, I wish this person would forgive me. And I just heard you are forgiven. And some of you are like, I don't need this bitch's forgiveness and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And when you get it, and when you really start to feel it, you'll be operating at a whole different level. We're going to clarify these cards over on Patreon. Y'all should come join my ethical cult, darling. Over there, we clarify all these cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. It's a good time. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. All the links are in the description box below. So let me zoom out a little bit. Like I was saying before, there's a lot of people out here. So be careful of having like so many cooks in the kitchen. Some of y'all may be like dating a lot of people or talking to a lot of people. And is that actually a distraction? Are you actually distracting yourself from closing out a major mental cycle by way of just keeping your mind occupied and going on dates and going on outings and doing all these things just to distract yourself? Don't play yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Some of you, there are people that are coming in. Help is on the way to get you out of this place. Every court card, and you'll see it over on Patreon if you come over and join the gang. Every court card is facing the 8 of Swords. So they're all looking at this. And so whatever way that you are stuck or bound or looping in the mind or becoming obsessive or are in some sort of self-imposed prison, the people around you can see it, or the people around you are starting to point it out. The people around you are trying to help you get out of this. So there could be like conversations about this stuff that's coming up, or people are going to start to like, hey, did you notice that you do this when that stuff like this happens? Or did you notice that you haven't responded to any of us, or blah, blah, blah? Like, what's going on with you? I feel like there are people who are about to start checking on you. But the 5 of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck lets me know that the 8, the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, there's a lot of swords here. And I feel like there's been a conflict in the realm of your mind that has prevented the particular kind of progress you've been seeking out. And you finally being able to be done with the past, you putting the past behind you, you putting your defenses down, you feeling your fucking feelings, you acknowledging the heartbreak, the disappointment, the way that you've been stuck in the past, the way that you glamorize the past, the way that you look at the past. And keep in mind, I'm filming this on the new moon in Taurus. This is April 27th. The new moon in Taurus is happening today. And all of a sudden I found all the energy that I needed to do your reading. And it's interesting because the moon is exalted in Taurus, right? And so she's doing her big one right now with this new moon. And so there's something here about letting your burdens down, really being able to like see yourself. I feel like your emotions are on 12. And so there's something here about like, hey, remember all these like things that you've been running from or distracting yourself from? Yeah, we're going to have to face this, because you're not meant to have all this anxiety and depression and indecision just looming around you constantly. And so I feel like the divine is bringing in interactions, people, friends, strangers, even that may be showing you like, yo, you're blinding yourself. Sight impaired, sight impaired, and it's self imposed. You are keeping yourself blind to something. You're keeping your head in your hands. This blindfold wouldn't be there if she would take them damn bind, like wiggle out of them damn binds, you know? And so there's something here about the way that you have been closing yourself off, like what you have been focusing on. I just feel like is what's a kind word? What you've been focusing on is just distracting you from what you really need to be focusing on. What you have been doing with your mental energy, I feel like has been a mismanagement of your energy. And I hate to call you out like that on your birthday, but we are here to ascend. We're here to grow. Like if anybody's going to snap you out of some shit, I hope that it's me. And so let me be the one to tell you, like in some sort of way, you're keeping yourself blind to what is actually important. You're keeping yourself blind to the progression that is supposed to be happening in your life, or that, you know, the divine is like lowering you. I feel like breadcrumbing you into being more progressive, more social. Some of y'all have been such a fucking homebody, and I feel like there are people that are coming to you that are going to start dragging you out of that homebody energy. There are people that maybe you're entering in new friendships with, new relationships with, new collaborations with, that are finally like here to wake you up to your fucking dopeness. So let them in. Let these people help you. Let yourself help yourself. Allow yourself to receive love. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that I feel like is really going to be the one that points this stuff out. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that I think is going to be the sweeter of the two, and will be more compassionate versus direct. So it depends on the approach or the energy that you need. But either way, I feel like if you need the soft and sweet approach, God's going to bring somebody in your life who's going to give you the soft and sweet slap in the face to like wake up. If you need it direct, God's going to bring you a fire sign that is going to like punch you in the throat with the truth. And I feel like the fire signs approach may be better. But there's something there. I'm biased, but there's something there around the fire signs in your life stepping up or meaning more to you, or there could be somebody that's really inspiring you to step the fuck up from that page to the king. Or some of you are going through a really, really hard time with somebody, or you're going through a really, really hard time, and there are people who haven't left you, people who have stuck by you. And I feel like this fire sign may be younger than you. There may be somebody just with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, or someone that's very fiery, someone that's very inspirational, someone that's causing you to aspire to be more, and they're elevating more in your heart space. Like you care about them more than you used to. You value or cherish that relationship more than you used to. And whatever it is that they're inspiring you to do, it may look like sadness at first, but this is a fucking breakthrough. This is an ending of a cycle in the realm of your mind. And so I feel like the divine is bringing you people who are going to inspire you to look at this shit, who are going to inspire you to acknowledge, hey, I'm keeping myself stuck, and I gotta figure out why I'm keeping myself stuck. And the answer is here. The answer is in the Nine of Swords. You being willing to look at your darkness, face your fears, face your shadows, extrapolate the data, extract the data from the darkness, peel back the layers, study it, get honest, get clear. Maybe that's therapy. Maybe that's falling down a self-help rabbit hole, of podcasts, whatever that is, however it looks for you. I just feel like people are about to be getting your attention and waking you up. And I hope you let yourself be willing to see everything and see yourself for as you are, so you can end this cycle, not be a groupie, keep it motherfucking moving, and get on with the getting on, and get on to the next cycle and the next chapter of life. Venus in Aries is going to push you to do it. And you got to use the tools that have been given to you, right? All right. I'm ready to clarify these cards. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. I want to start by pointing out with this Page of Cups, Page of Wands being the first card out, I do feel like there's some newfound sense of personal power. New year, new birth month, birth season, new me. Good news coming in. There may be a project or a business that's still in its infancy, or maybe a business that you just started, a crush or an aspiring romance. There may be much younger people that are really inspiring you to get some idea off the ground. And that could be a thing. You may be looping in the mind around how to start this thing, and you actually need to reach out to people that are younger than you. You're thinking that you need to talk to people that are older or more experienced, but I feel like from the mouths of babes, bitch, like you're inspired, you're filled with inspiration, you got new ideas about what's possible. You just don't have a solid plan. And either you are giving someone a solid plan or they are giving you a solid plan. But I just feel like take your creative spark, your new ideas, and ground it in reality so it can be implemented in the physical realm. Map out the idea, work on the plans to make them a reality, and be willing to experiment. I think some of you maybe will like benefit from working with a mentor, but I also feel like you'll benefit from working with people who have very, very fresh eyes, people who are inexperienced, but they've got a good vision. Like whatever it is, you got to take the novel approach. You may have to invent something or tap into your originality, but it's time to use your art. It's time to come up with a plan and go in a different direction, and go in a different direction whole fucking heartedly, enthusiastically. Be the first to volunteer, be bold, get the blood flowing. You need to be moving your body more. I feel like you getting really competent in something is going to start making you more confident. And I just feel like there's an influx of fascination or intrigue or some kind of self-development. And it's time to tap into that. Please clarify the Page of Wands for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and right night. See? I feel like something could be just so much more fun than you're making it. Some of you just met somebody that you're going to start having a lot of fun with. Some of you have started to have met somebody and you're like, this person's going to be my spouse. This person's going to be my wife. This person's going to be my husband. Whatever it is, slow down and just enjoy what you have while you have it. That's not me discouraging you. That's just me trying to like ground you back into reality. Don't get all ahead of yourself and try to be like living in the fantasy world about like who this person or who these people are going to be. You're allowed to be optimistic, but I just feel like there's something about don't get ahead of yourself. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. The Fool. The Fool and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like I'm not taking all these cards. I feel like I looked at them. So what? There is a freedom that's on the other side of you acknowledging the root of some of this stuckness is because of religious deconstruction or self-worth issues or trauma bonds, feeling left out, feeling, outside of help. Some of you have been surrounded by people who just constantly need you, who you're always providing for, and you haven't gotten this opportunity to just be young, wild, and free, and like free of obligations or free of duty. And I just feel like in some sort of way, you're breaking free and starting a whole new cycle, turning your back on those self-esteem issues, because Venus in Aries is going to light you up, light your spirit up. It's going to help you offload a lot of emotional baggage. You've been stuck because of some undealt with emotional conflict, some undealt with worthiness issues. There has been a conflict in regards to your self-esteem. And I feel like it's because you're basing it on some external source. Your self-worth is not supposed to be based on some external source or some like what you're able to produce or provide or do for other people. And I feel like there is a mental and emotional and physical freedom that comes, and you finally get to offload a lot of this emotional baggage just by being willing to look at it. Please clarify the Page of Cups. The Tower reversed. And with the Tower to be reversed, I feel like you have been knowing that this change needs to come. Like there's been this awareness of like, okay, there's some fuckery afoot, and I know we need to change this. I know we need to be, um honest with ourselves about this change we need to make, and we've been resisting it. Some of you, this has to do with someone with Scorpio or Aries placements. There could have been like someone else could have dropped the ball. I feel like first and foremost, other people's mistakes do not have to limit your spirit. Some of you are instigating a change in your life. You're calling into question your fundamental belief systems, or calling into question your values or your purpose or the meaning of something. Some of you may go through some kind of spiritual awakening as you discover a new path in life. And you can change your beliefs and your opinions on important topics. You can change, but some of you have been like fighting the change in some sort of way. There may have been someone with Aries or Scorpio placements that is still like lingering around you. Remember when I was talking about that person that got bound or something? Some of y'all have been refusing to apologize to that Aries or Scorpio, or refusing to apologize to that person with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, and it's holding you back. And you keep wondering why there's all this catastrophe or things keep going wrong. And it's like, because there is a certain balance that is contingent upon you, not waiting for the divine to balance things out or for justice to show up and balance things out. It's like you have to initiate the balance by way of righting a wrong or apologizing or creating or moving towards, emotional intelligence, or operating from a more emotionally intelligent place. No more resisting the change, though. Okay. Please clarify the King of Wands. The Queen of Cups. So from the Page to the King, the Page to the Queen. I feel like you elevate and the people around you start to elevate. You start to work on yourself and you start to attract in better caliber friends and people, and people to collaborate with. I feel like there is a solid pairing. Like you meet your match. I feel like you're quickly turning things around, quickly leveling up emotionally, spiritually, creatively. There's this, I just feel like there's a new you, and you're attracting, like you're vibrating at a different frequency and attracting in like higher caliber or higher quality clientele, attracting in higher caliber or higher quality potential partners for romantic endeavors and professional endeavors. It's almost like this just looks like you grow up and you start attracting in grown up energy into your life. You step up and the people around you start to step up. And it may be uncomfortable to, like call yourself out and to acknowledge this. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Please clarify the Nine of Swords. I'm just saying it's coming to an end. You do your part and you finally get to close out this dark night of the soul shit that, or whatever it is you've been stubborn about, the anxiety, the depression that may have crept back in, the loss, the grief, the remorse. I feel like you can finally be done with it and transmute it into magic, but you got to put your weapons down. You got to stop being like willfully blind. The blindfold here. I'm telling you, justice is not going to do it for you. The cosmic realm is not going to do it for you. You're going to have to do it for yourself. And some of you are in woe is me mode. Why does this keep happening? What did I do to attract this? Why? And I'm not like victim blaming or anything, but some of you may be in this position where you think that you're being wronged or that there was some kind of injustice, and there really hasn't been. There has just been an imbalance, and you have to initiate the new balance that wants to come in by way of making different decisions, standing up for yourself, saying the things that need to be said, not being fucking petty, pouring out your emotions, and then bam, the new cycle begins. That old version of you dies, the new cycle begins, and we can rebuild atop the motherfucking rubble. Start making different choices because you'll get your power back. And then bam, truly leveling up emotionally, spiritually, creatively, being done with that old way of thinking, and then the divine brings in the new cycle. You just got to do your part, babe. Stop being hard-headed, apologize, send that apologetic energy out there, do your part to actually contact whoever you know you need to apologize to. Don't be stubborn. The divine has so many blessings they want to give you. It's just like, I can't give you this if you stay here. If you keep all this shit in your hands, if you keep yourself blind, you won't even be able to see this, let alone grab it. You know what you need to do, so do it. I love you. You got this.